Does where you live relate to your risk of cancer? And how would we know? Well, when a diagnosis of cancer is made, part of the information gathered includes the zip code where the patient lives. That may be difficult to interpret. That information is collected for several types of cancer, and the number of cases is compared to the number that would be expected among the people who live there. For instance, within the city of Buffalo, zip codes 14204 through 14210 have more cases of lung cancer in both men and women than you would expect. But that's not true for colon cancer. In zip code 14217, men have higher than expected colon cancer, but women have fewer colon cancers than expected. But zip codes don't tell us enough.
Smoking, alcohol consumption, obesity are not adjusted for in these data. So those are factors that have been shown repeatedly to be risk factors for certain cancers. So these numbers are awfully imprecise, and I think I would want to be awfully careful about putting much stock in them.
So how you live is more important than where you live. Zip codes are also somewhat artificially drawn, containing mixtures of populations, socioeconomic status, and environmental features.
It's important that we look at these data, but as they are, they don't tell us a great deal about cancer risk. And the differences are not large enough that I would move out of a zip code into another one.
There are some well-known environmental risks, such as radon, that you can do something about. And you can lower almost all your risks for cancer except heredity and age, okay? The differences that we measure according to zip codes really don't help us prevent cancer.
Yeah, so then does it matter whether you live in a wealthier zip code or a less wealthy zip code?
They tend to have slightly different types of tumors, but about the same number of overall cancers. Wealthier people tend to have more screening, which means that their tumors may be discovered in greater numbers and sooner, which means a more likely cure. But the real answer is prevention, and we all know the risk factors, and zip code really doesn't matter.
Okay. After all that, thank you so much, Doctor.